Welcome to TradersArmy.com, defending your right to build wealth and preserve capital for generations to come. What day is it? What day is it? Oh yeah, it's Hump Day. Welcome everybody to the Hump Day edition of the Daily Market Commentary. I'm your host, Chuck Fulkerson. Hope everybody had an amazing trading day yesterday. We're going to do what we do each and every day here on the DMC. We're going to take a look at the same 10 to 12 futures markets, identifying potential breakout trades and reversals from an educational perspective. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, click that subscribe button down below so you get the updates as they come available. Let's dive right in. So S&P 500, we are up just a smidge this morning from yesterday's price moves. However, we did have a sell-off most of the day yesterday, as we had a little bit of a breakdown below this area. Price was fairly weak most of the day. I anticipate another fairly weak price day today, but maybe not too much movement. But I overall would anticipate a fairly weak price day with price dropping a bit lower. I think ultimately we're going to get down to this 2680 level. That seems to be our next kind of area of demand that price is trying to get to. So we'll see when price gets to that region. I don't know that it's going to for sure, but at the very least, we still have a reversal trade up in here and then another opportunity somewhere down in here. We'll see what it looks like when price gets there. Until then, there's not a whole lot of high probability entry points. If you're not short yet, there's not a great shot to get short unless you're taking a breakout on a smaller time period. Looking at the NASDAQ. So in the NASDAQ, this is frustrating. We had a confirmation style entry here because it didn't, it came pretty close to here and then fell out. So whenever we come close and fall out, we switch to a confirmation style entry. And then price blew through the confirmation style entry. And if we look at this on a smaller time period, you'll be able to see kind of how that worked. Remember, on a confirmation style entry, we get in when it's halfway, and then the trade is triggered at halfway, and then you get short when it comes out. Well, in this case, the trade was triggered, it blew through the level, and then came out. Now, by blowing through the level, that should have activated your cancel order, because the order is the way to place this order is activate the trade halfway into the level if we get outside of our stop loss before the trade is entered. Cancel the pending trade, and that's exactly the way the trade worked out. Now, unfortunately, this is a missed opportunity because we traded above what would have been our stop loss level without entering the position. So this becomes a missed opportunity for us because it went down without us. And you know what? I'll take those all day long. I'll take those all day long because that means that I didn't get into something that was going to cause me a bit more risk. What I am going to do now, however, is add this level right here. And it's funny, yesterday when I was looking at these levels, we saw two wick over wick areas, and I kind of debated putting both of them on there if you watch this thing every day, and decided just to put the lower one on. Well, the upper one is still valid. We just didn't get to it. And so now I've got, this is a potential area in a future turning point. So let's take a look at crude. So looking at crude as our next area, we've got a little bit of rally happening since yesterday afternoon. This is about all the rally we get in oil lately. There could be a chance for a reversal up in here. I'm gonna put some lines around it, but I'm gonna make them a confirmation entry at the moment, mostly because we're coming into it pretty slow and with not a lot of oomph behind it. But I'm gonna put that as a confirmation style for now, because of the way we're arriving. I like a little bit more oomph into the levels. But, we've not come back to any of our confirmation entries. So now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to place, because this is just the way crude oil has worked lately, a potential breakout short below this area here. So I'm going to put both of those in play, because the way crude has worked for the last few weeks has been, we've got lots of reversals that never, ever hit, but breakouts kept hitting. Right? Breakouts were hitting left and right. And so Now, this could be the time that it stops working, right? Remember that this could be the time it stops working, but it's been working pretty effectively all the way down, and I think that we've got another couple of dollars to run till we hit that bigger picture support area. Next, gold. So in gold, we did bounce off of our 4-hour level yesterday, but we didn't quite get all the way up to where a profit target would be. And then we've kind of come back down, and we're just chopping along sideways. So at this point, if your stop hasn't already moved up to break even, move that thing up to break even, because we're just not getting the movement out of it we would expect. You may have already taken a little bit of profit, because we did come to what would have been a good target 1 up here with a, at our first opposing fair price value area, which would have been about a 2-to-1 reward to risk. Next, looking at our bonds and currency markets. So starting here on the bonds, we're at the 10-year note, and we're just about trading into the level. Now, this is a fairly weak arrival, but we're trading into the level, and with not a whole lot of movement, getting up to it. But I will leave this on as a confirmation style entry, although it's getting us it's a fairly weak entry as it currently sits. In the Aussie, we did meet our confirmation style entry that we had put in play yesterday, and we've gotten a nice little move out of it. Should have hit target 1 by now, and it looks like we're getting a little bit of a rally these last few hours. But let's see if this reversal continues. If you did get into this one, take your stop, move it down to just above here, the 72.77 region, as this one is now moving the way we expected it to go. And going forward, we'll have to remove this level. This level will no longer be valid going forward. I'll leave it on for now, but essentially your profit target on here should probably be down here at about 71.8. 0.718 would be your profit target on this. So the Aussie met entry and moved nicely, and so too did the euro. The euro, we've hit the level that I talked about yesterday. Off of, and mind you, that was off the daily chart, right? We've hit that level and started to rally higher. If you took the long, take your stop, move it to break even, because you're going against the big picture, and we came to our fair price value area on the opposing side. So if you took the stop, move it to break even, because I don't think it's going to hold. But ultimately worked out to be a pretty good little trade for those of you that jumped in on it. Canadian dollar, we're not quite there yet. Matter of fact, I don't like the way we're arriving to it in the first place. I think we're arriving fairly slowly. So I'm converting to a confirmation style entry based on the speed of the arrival. Last, certainly not least, Great British Pound, Japanese Yen. So in the Great British Pound, so we had a couple of really nice trades, and then we had the pound. Price came up into the pound. We chopped along, and then boom, popped right through, hit our stop loss. And then in the overnight sessions, we gapped up and traded down through it anyway. So this level just completely faltered on us. So I'm going to remove all of these lines in these areas. But I'll take it. We'll have days like that, right, where we get a stop out, and those are going to occur. Nat gas, as I spoke yesterday, again a parabolic natural gas movement with no real reason for us to get in, and I can't fight it when I have no real reason to get in. But just the last 3 hours worth of candlesticks has been near parabolic movements in nat gas. I have not looked at the news to see what this parabolic movement came from or why it exists. However, I'm going to put some lines here because this could be a decent entry if we do get a deep enough retest into here. But these are, we had a gap up, which was way bigger than any gap I had ever seen in nat gas, and then we've just gone straight up over the last couple of days, which I find kind of interesting. So I'd have to look a little bit deeper into the news driving of that. And then copper, nothing really to add at this point. Had a decent trade earlier in the week, last week, and so now we're just kind of sitting around waiting for the next opportunity. But none of these are giving me a bunch of high probabilities. This wick here has kind of skewed the possibilities just a bit. So tomorrow we will have a live trading room. So there will be no daily market commentary tomorrow. It's now becoming an almost daily market commentary because when I do the live trading room, I don't do the DMC because frankly, I just got to get up too early to do both of those. So tomorrow morning, daily market commentary will be skewed for the live trading room. If you want to join the live trading room, go to tradersarmy.com, sign up for the subscription. It gives you a chance to at least get in there and see if you like what it is that we do. So thanks so much, everybody. Hope you're having a great day, and I will see you soon.